I talked with my enrollment counselor last week on Thursday. I did not post an update video last week, so I'll give you an update video this week. Although I will say that I'm not talking to him again this week because of Thanksgiving. I'm not actually going to talk to him again until I think he said he'll call me on Monday of next week. So maybe we'll have an update then. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I've been having some issues with my enrollment counselor, and this isn't the video to really get into it. I think I will save that video for next month, and I have reasons for that. But yeah, man, I probably should have switched enrollment counselors from the beginning, just because it's been red flag after red flag. But anyways, let me give you some updates. If you guys are new, by the way, welcome to the channel. I plan on starting WGU in January. It may or may not happen, but that's what I'm working towards right now. Really, the main thing that I'm waiting on is just to see if my credits will transfer from study.com and Sophia Learning, which also, for you guys who have been here for a while, that's the reason why I haven't actually made the videos yet. As far as the guides on how to use study.com and Sophia, I need to get past this situation because I'm still dealing with them as I get this stuff transferred over, which we'll talk about in this video. So first, let me just say that my enrollment counselor changed a lot of what he said from the last time I talked to him. It's kind of like he forgot a lot of the things that he said. One of the big things, and the key thing I think mainly for this video, is that he told me, now remember, I plan on starting in January, which means that ideally I need to have all of my study.com, Sophia Learning, all of my transcripts, they need to go into WGU by December 1st, which is 30 days before. Now, there's a lot of conflicting information out there because on WGU's actual website, WGU says that you have to do it by like the 5th of the month before, not 30 days before, but you can do it on the 5th. However, my enrollment counselor said, no, it must be done by the 1st. I don't know which one's telling the truth. Who knows? That's not even the big problem. The biggest problem was that what my enrollment counselor told me before was he said, WGU not only has to receive your transcript and acknowledge that they've received your transcript, but they also have to process it. And if they don't, by the 1st, you won't get credit, which again, conflicted with everything that I've heard and conflicted with the information on their website. When I talked to him on Thursday, he said something totally different. He was like, no, that's not how that goes. It was like he was saying that I was lying and that that's not actually what he told me, but that's exactly what he told me because I thought it was really weird. But anyways, so what he said this time was, no, the way that it works is WGU needs to receive your transcript and acknowledge that they've received it, but they don't have to finish processing it. They just need to get the transcript. And I was like, okay, so I can actually show you what one of those emails look like because I received one, I think last week for Sophia. So I finally got the Sophia one taken care of, and this is what the email will look like. So if you see at the top, it says, Dear Cameron, I'm not going to read this entire email, but it says, Dear Cameron, this email is to inform you that WGU has received an official document from Sophia Learning. That document that they received is the final transcript that was sent to them. And in this particular case, it was sent to them by Sophia Learning. And so that one's taken care of. It still needs to be like fully processed, I think. This is just WGU acknowledging that they received it. But that's apparently all that needs to happen. So good to go there. I'm still waiting on study.com. And so the problem with study.com is I know for a fact that WGU has been given that email. It's just WGU hasn't acknowledged it yet. And when I talked to my enrollment counselor the last time, remember what he told me was, okay, well, we'll wait a week, and if WGU still hasn't like officially received it after a week, he's going to like put in a search request with the transcript department to see if they can find it. Well, when I talked to him on Thursday, he was like, no, that's not how that works. Just have study.com send you another transcript. And I was like, wait, what? So yeah, that's what I had to do. Now this time what happened was I went back to study.com, and this is a great thing. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to wait to create the study.com videos, because I didn't actually know this, but even though my membership has completely expired, my account still exists. So you can always go back to study.com and just tell them, hey, can you just send my transcript again? And they'll do it. And in this case, they were very, very quick. I think that transcript was sent in like an hour. So they did a really good job sending it to WGU again. And this time, per my enrollment counselor, he was CC'd in that email that they sent him, or that they sent WGU. So he now has that official copy as well. So I'm really, really hoping that it transfers in. There's no reason why it shouldn't. He now has a copy of it. And we have like a week and a half or something like that. So yeah, but yeah, he didn't do a search request or whatever it was that he was originally going to do. He basically forgot that he said that, and now he just said to have them send it again. So it is what it is. But that's kind of my update, is really just there's a lot of conflicting information. And I mean, it's more than that as far as what my enrollment counselor told me before versus what he's telling me now. There was also some things he was supposed to research that he came back and told me, oh yeah, okay. So I'm trying to remember what it was. It was ITIL, right? He didn't know about what happens if you, like, let's say, for example, if I passed ITIL after all of the transcripts was sent over, but before I started WGU. He was going to see if like there was an internal type of class that could be taken, because it is like that for some degrees or for some of the courses. Well, this time he came back and he was like, no, that's only for master's program. And I was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah, if there's a class that requires you to get a certification, you must get that certification while you're at WGU. There is no internal exam. And I was like, but that can't be true. I actually know for a fact that's not true, because there's a class in the bachelor's program called Managing Cloud Security that used to require you to pass the CCSP exam. It's my understanding that that's no longer the case. I think the way that it works now is that because so many people would fail it, which makes sense because it's not an entry-level exam, but because so many people failed it, WGU actually came up with an internal version of the exam. Now, I've heard different things about this. I've heard that they will let you try to do the CCSP exam, which is like the official ISC squared third-party cert. If you fail that, then you have to take the internal version. I've heard some people say that, no, you just take the internal version. But my enrollment counselor is like, no, there is no internal version for any of that. You only have internal versions of exams for the master's degree. Which again, I know for a fact that's not true. So again, I should have just switched enrollment counselors, but it is what it is now. It's kind of, like the 11th hour, like we're almost finished. We're going to be soon moving to the next person, which is the program mentor. So I'll just keep the one that I have. But yeah, there's a lot of conflicting information that isn't really helping me. So, that's just the situation. There are a lot of videos that I would still like to make and still like to get out. Obviously, the study.com and Sophia guides, once this situation gets resolved, I'll be putting those videos out. I managed to get some like videos and footage and stuff like that before my memberships expired, because they are technically expired for both of those, but I have all the information and things that I need to make those videos. I also want to talk about like, what my study plan is going to be, at least what I'm thinking, as far as each class. Like I want to make a video talking about the remaining, I think 10 classes that I'll have to officially take, my thoughts on them, how long they're going to take me, what my plan is. And then, as this is not just a channel that is solely dedicated towards WGU, I also want to talk about my 2023 plans because, yeah, obviously WGU is a huge part of it, but there's also some other certifications outside of WGU that I'm going to be trying to get, other things I want to try to achieve. So there are actually a lot of videos. I have just a list of videos that I'm going to be making. I'm really waiting for this situation to play out because the results of this, whether I'm able to start in January or if I'm forced to start instead in February, it matters. It actually matters and plays quite a significant role in the future videos that I'm going to be making in regards to WGU. So that's really it. I just wanted to give you guys an update. Sorry I didn't put out one last week. I wanted to put it out, but it was... I made a video and I was just going in on my enrollment counselor. I was so pissed off. And when I went back and watched the video, I was like, I'm not going to upload this. Like, just relax. It's not that serious. But, you know, it does kind of suck because he's the person that I'm supposed to go to. In fact, let me put up this email again. If you look, let's say it's difficult for me to get my fingers correct. This one right here. The last sentence, it says, please confirm with your enrollment counselor the date all transcripts are due, which means that, you know, he's the person that I am supposed to be working with. He's supposed to have this information. If he doesn't have the information, he's supposed to look it up and get back to me. But he is literally forgetting that we even had meetings. Was it on Thursday? It was either on Thursday or the week before that. He called me. We had a meeting. 2 hours later, he called me again because he completely forgot that he called me, and we started the meeting, and I was like, dude, we talked 2 hours ago. And he was like, oh, I forgot. Like, I have a feeling he's not taking any notes as we have these meetings. So a lot of things that he's supposed to go back and look up and confirm, he's just not doing it. And it's really causing some issues with me getting the information I need, because obviously as I get this information, I try to give it to you guys so you guys know what's going on. But yeah, that's the situation. Remember that I probably am still going to tag most of my videos as like pre-WGU in the subject. And the reason why I do that is because this is my experience right now, as I'm, you know, experiencing the beginning parts of WGU. Once I actually start WGU, things might be different. I might have a great time. I'm expecting it's going to go really well. Oh, that's another thing too. The next video that I put out, and I'm going to put that video out this week. I just said I'm going to, so now I got to hold myself to it. But there is a video that I can make that is not really related to the issues that I'm having, because I know a lot of you are watching my videos for updates. You want to know how things are going with my experience, but I think it's equally as important for you to hear from other people. So I have a list of channels that I'm watching that are other people's, you know, WGU journeys, and most of the people are actually like attending WGU right now, and they have their thoughts and their journeys and things like that. So give me a day or a couple days, something like that. I'll try to get it out before Thanksgiving, but I'll have other videos that I can recommend, or other channels that I can recommend that you guys watch as well, so you can hear and get different perspectives, not just from somebody that's in IT, but there's people that have transferred careers. So maybe they used to be a nurse and now they're in IT or something like that. It's good to hear different ideas from different people. So that will be my next video that I'll put out this week. But until then, that's my update. Hopefully the next one will be a better one. But yeah, as I said before, I will, you know, hope for the best, but I will mentally prepare myself for the worst. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But until my next video, you guys take care. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you on my next video.